Welcome back to my channel. Today I am out with the Nikon Z8 and the beautiful Helena. You've probably seen her in previous live stream during my photo shoots and some other videos, and I'll leave a link to her Instagram down below. With that said, today I am using the Viltrox 135mm f1.8 lab lens and the Viltrox 16mm f1.8 Pro lens for the very first time. And in so doing, I usually like to begin understanding a lens using only natural light, and that's what I'm doing today. So if you have any questions, comments, post them down below. And of course, if you enjoy this kind of content, make sure you hit that like, that subscribe, and the bell icon to get notifications for more of my upcoming content. All right, let's get to it. Before we jump back in, quick shout out to DJI Osmo 360. If you're a photographer or video content creator, this little powerhouse opens up a whole new world of creative possibilities. With stunning 360-degree capture, you could film everything around you at once and reframe later in post, meaning no missed angles and total creative freedom. It's lightweight, easy to use, and perfect for YouTube creators, vloggers, and filmmakers who want to stand out. If you're serious about leveling up your content, the DJI Osmo 360 is definitely for you. Now, let's get back to the video. What I often do is try to emulate the posing positions that I'm trying to communicate to the model. So you can see me right here. I'm like, put your leg up on this here table, and I like the results we get. She's very responsive and enjoys the communicating. Matter of fact, I've noticed that many models enjoy the fact that you give and lead with direction as a photographer, so they better understand what kind of idea that you have in your head. Now, one of the disadvantages of using a 135mm prime lens for portraits is that you need to go far back in order to get a full body shot. Now, I don't recommend using a very wide lens, like longer than 24mm usually for portraits, but in some cases I just love the character and what it does to the photo, the distortion, etc. when using it for portraits. So when I do, I use it sparingly, but I'm very intentional. It is the kind of result that I'm going after, like using this 16mm right now. Now, when using a wide lens like this 16mm lens wide open, you're more than likely going to get a lot more distortion and vignetting. So what I do when I'm using this for portraits is to make sure that my subject is more or less in the center of the frame, and you will avoid a lot of the nasty distortion that you don't want to get in your photo. Now, I was really impressed with how the 135mm f1.8 Viltrox lens kept up with the autofocus of the Nikon Z8. Now, being that a 16mm lens is not your usual go-to lens for portraits, I'm gonna say this is where you should experiment. Really play with it. Try different angles, different heights, whatever, and just see what you come up with. Oh, wow. Well, the obvious thing that I enjoy about using a big prime like a 135 is the separation you are able to produce with very little effort. Throughout this photo shoot, I had very little, if any, issue with autofocus, sharpness, and being able to nail a shot that I'm looking for. Really, the only obvious disadvantages is that they're both prime lenses, so you're going to have to actually use your 5-point toes and move forward, backward, etc. in order to get the framing you're looking for. And that's with any prime lens, really, since you can't zoom in and zoom out. But overall, I'm absolutely happy with the results that I've gotten using these lenses. With all that said, I'm going to leave all the links to the lenses and the camera body down below, as I mentioned before. Of course, the link to this beautiful model, Helena, will be down below too. Make sure you give her a follow on Instagram, okay? And if you have any questions, comments, concerns, make sure you post them down below. I hope you enjoyed this video. Subscribe for more of this kind of content. I'm Robert Silver, and until next time, keep shooting and stay creative.